Hi everybody, let's learn not one, but two ways of doing hammerheads in the Piper J-3 Cub, and we're going to do it while keeping oil pressure up in the motor. Let's get to the good stuff first and follow that up with cartoons and details. Start at any speed over 90 miles per hour and do a 2 to 3 G pull to vertical. Reference your wingtip to ensure you don't roll off or yaw out during the pull-up. On the vertical, you'll ease the stick forward to about 0 G. About the same time, your speed will be decaying below 50 miles per hour. Anytime between 50 and 40 miles per hour, kick the rudder in the direction you want to go and use opposite aileron to hold the plane in a knife edge as the nose drops through the horizon. You can use the downward wingtip to help with this too. Use opposite rudder as necessary to stop yawing when the plane is pointed straight down and recover just like you would from the last quarter of the loop. We're trading away a clearly defined upline to keep positive G on the airplane right up into the top of the hammerhead. The hammerhead, elsewhere known as a stall turn, is a maneuver that has the plane fly straight up. At the top of the maneuver, it yaws 180 degrees and flies straight down to recover back to level flight going the opposite direction. The problem with taking a stock Piper Cub straight up can be illustrated with our Van Halen plane. The oil tank is illustrated and oil is represented by a blob. If we pull our Van Halen plane up into the vertical, holding that vertical is always a series of small corrections. If the nose falls back towards the horizon, the pilot has to pull the nose back up into the vertical, and the oil stays more or less in the bottom of the tank. If the nose comes over the top, then the pilot has to push forward to return the nose to the vertical. That sloshes the oil away from the oil pickup line, and we stop putting oil into the motor. So the first method to hammerhead the Cub is just to do a gentle quarter loop into the vertical. This keeps the oil in the bottom of the tank. Float the plane at 0 G for just long enough to do the reversal, and then come back downhill on another gentle quarter loop. The second method is simply don't go all the way to vertical. If we reference our wingtip and stay just a tick off of vertical, we'll look like we're going straight up to observers on the ground. But by being just a little shy of vertical, the nose, like a falling tree, is going to take the shortest pathway back down to the horizon. That means we're making slight pulling corrections only, so we don't slosh oil away from the sump. Enter between 90 and 110 miles per hour. More speed gives you more time on that upline. About 3 to 3.5 Gs in the pull-up. When you kick it over at the top of the maneuver, you'll notice you won't quite be knife edge as the nose goes through the horizon. That's because we didn't enter on a vertical. In this case, I'm pulling up right away because I'm setting up for another subsequent maneuver, but you can hold that down line a little longer. Here's that first method, quarter loop to kick at normal speed. Here's a second method, not quite vertical, at normal speed. So that's my video on hammerheads. They're pretty easy to do and they're pretty easy to escape from if you make a mistake. I hope you have some fun with these. Talk to you later.